Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
I'm from Canada.
Is this your first visit to Japan?
Yes, it is.
Why did you decide to come to Japan?
There's a lot of traditional culture that we appreciate over in Canada. A lot of people love the landscape that Japan has to offer in such a little country compared to Canada.
Yeah.
The people are magnificent. It's overall just totally different from what Canada has to offer. Even though Canada is so multicultural, it's great to experience everything that Japan has to offer.
Are you traveling by yourself?
Yes. Yes, I've been traveling for 6 months, and Japan I've decided as my last country to visit before heading back to Canada on this weekend.
In 6 months, what country have you visited?
I have visited the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam, Japan. In Asia, Japan is my favorite country.
Do you often travel abroad?
Yes, Japan is my 59th country to visit too.
59?
Yes, 59.
You are staying here in 1 week. Where have you visited in Japan?
I have been to Osaka, Kyoto, Hakone, Odawara, and Tokyo.
Very many places.
But very easy to get to. To do your research beforehand. What I like to do whenever I travel is I don't like to plan everything in ahead. I like to have my pinpoints and my landmarks of what I want to see, and then I rely on other people and their experiences to enhance my own experience, so I get a better hand of what I might like whenever I'm actually there. So yesterday I was over in the east side and doing everything over there and planning it according to what I like to see. During Harajuku, I did it at night so I can see all the lights.
Wow.
So I planned it around that. Yeah.
That's the professional technique. When you feel it's very Japanese?
I really felt that it was very Japanese in Kyoto. It depends on how you look at Japan and what your belief and how you see what a country is. It depends if you're very landscape focused or city focused, because everyone can say, oh, Tokyo is Japan.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things to do. But for me, Kyoto, I loved the people. The Imperial Palace was there. There was a procession whenever I was there, so I got to see everybody dressed in the traditional attire. But also there was landscape that I can go out to the Otagi Temple or the bamboo forest, just in different areas and see a lot of things in 3 days.
Do you have any question to Japanese people?
Where's the best place to go for food? As a local person, where would you go? What are you looking for as a traditional dish?
It's not special restaurant, but
Okay.
teishokuya.
Okay, teishokuya.
Teishokuya is you can eat Japanese homemade cooking,
Okay.
not the sushi, ramen.
Yeah.
But people usually eat Japanese daily life. You can find.
And just down there.
Yeah.
Another question.
Okay.
Where, as a Japanese person, would you feel comfortable to travel to, given that Japanese language is predominantly Japanese in Japan? Where would you feel comfortable traveling to, given the language barrier?
Oh, difficult.
Because in Japan, it's very easy as an English speaker.
Yeah.
I mean, not fairly easy, but you'll get used to it. The Japanese language has also integrated English into the signs,
Yeah.
but it might not be the same for someone that is Japanese going to another country that does not speak Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Most Japanese people use
Most of them. He uses. Perfect. Yes, that's what I do whenever I typically talk to someone in their language. I try and do a translate.
If I visit Canada
Yes.
and want to experience very Canadian experience, what should I do or where should I visit?
Yeah, so it depends on what you're looking for. Cities for sure, I would say Vancouver, Toronto maybe, Montreal, and Ottawa, which is where I'm from, and that's the capital of Canada. So it has all your museums, it has the Parliament building to go see. But if you're looking for landscape, then I would stay within the provinces of British Columbia and Alberta. So there's lots of mountains, very crystal blue waters. We have a lot of natural lakes. So if you're looking into that, I'd definitely do that.
Could you show me the first picture you took in Japan
Of
after the
course.
airport?
Of course.
Wow, Very beautiful.
Osaka.
Osaka. Thanks so much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for your cooperation.
course.
Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela, but we live in Canada.
Is this your first visit Japan?
Yeah, it is. I've been studying a little bit in university, like Japanese, but I forgot it all. It's been many years.
Why did you choose studying Japanese?
I grew up watching a lot of anime. It was very big in Latin America. I was interested in the language and the culture, and I took one course and I loved it too, but I never continued.
Do you remember some sentences?
Yes, yeah. I can remember a little bit.
Yeah, do you have any favorite Japanese sentence?
A favorite Japanese. The Naruto sentence that I know is "date bayo," or like
bayo.
that's not really a sentence. It's like
Yeah.
Otherwise, moshiroi, kakoi, kawaii. Yeah, those are the classics that come to mind. Kawaii te bayo. Hi.
What is your first impression of Japan?
It's very, very organized. Like people are very friendly, but there's also like a big structure and like social cohesion to Japan. It's nice to be in a country where you can see where everything fits together. Like from Venezuela, it's a little bit chaotic. It's just not as organized. So Japan is really nice in that way. So it's a beautiful country. Food is amazing. Yeah, loved it all.
Especially which point do you feel very organized?
Well, the train system. There's so many different like metro lines
Yeah.
that I think it's very well structured. The trains are on time. You can expect to never be late. So that's really nice. And also the fact that there's almost no garbage on the street. You're expected to carry your own garbage until you get home and you throw it away. That is new for me. Because back home in Canada, there's a lot of like public garbage spaces as well. I think people are expected to behave themselves and take care of their own property, not leave it in the street, which is interesting.
I think you studied Japanese and probably you have some expectation or imagination of Japan.
Yeah.
And now you are really in Japan. Is there any difference?
No, that's a good question. Maybe I expected people to be a little bit more cold because I think it's more of an introverted society. People are more, used to keeping to themselves. But actually, I've noticed that people are a lot more friendly and more welcoming. It's been a nice surprise.
You said you got interested in Japan through animation. What animation was it?
Naruto was my first.
Yeah?
Growing up from a teenager, that's the one I watched. But I watched Bleach. I watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Those are the big ones. I hit One Piece.
Oh, didn't you want to be a ninja?
Yeah, I loved it. I tried to do my hardest at school because I think Naruto was a bit of an inspiration. So I always tried to do like my best, even though, I wasn't a genius.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of an inspiration in that sense. I knew I could never be a ninja, but yes.
What scene is the very Japanese you think?
What is most Japanese or like what?
Most Japanese.
I think the scenes where they're eating, like for example, the ramen shops or at the bar, you usually eat at the bar where the chef is cooking in front of you.
Yeah.
That I think is like the most Japanese emblematic of the setting of eating in a izakaya or like a restaurant that just has like a bar in front. So for me that stands out.
Did you experience such fun?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we went to Kyoto last week. We just went to an izakaya in the middle of Tokyo. And there was very many locals, not a lot of foreigners. And we sat at the bar, and then people just started talking to me, and they started offering sake, and that was very nice. But I had the experience of like eating while talking to the chef.
Wow,
and
you have a nice
very
experience.
It was very nice.
Do you have any question to want to ask Japanese people?
That's a good question. What do you like the most about Japan?
Oh, it depends on people.
Yeah.
Very safe.
Yeah. Oh, it happened to me that we have the JR pass for the train system, and the first day I accidentally dropped my JR pass in the station in Tokyo Station, and 10 minutes afterwards, someone had left it at the Lost and Found. It was very nice. So we went to Lost and Found, and they had it for me. I was like, in my country, that would have been lost, long gone. So yeah, we got very lucky. That's something that I love about Japan too. Like,
could you show me the first picture you took in Japan after the airport?
Yeah. This is the first picture.
Wow, Tokyo Tower.
We arrived the night before, and we were jet lagged. The morning after, we woke up very early, and we just went for a run around Tokyo Tower, and we took a picture while we were on the run. It was perfect because there was almost no one there, and yeah, it was a good sunny day. It was really beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
We're from France.
Is it your first visit to Japan?
Exactly.
So why did you decide to come to Japan?
It's my dream, I think, since I'm a child. I never had the chance to come, so here we are.
Me too. We were so interested by historical culture with Ido, all the and food and samurai also.
Since when have you dreamed about coming to Japan?
It's because I read a lot of mangas, and I started reading mangas at like 7, I think. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
When I was young, I was reading Dragon Ball and all the classical animes and mangas we know. These are making kind of an imagination as like a fantasy, like everything is like this and like that in Japan, and it's kind of a bit true for some of the things. It's wonderful.
What is the same as you imagined?
There's so many like in Dragon Ball, but so there are manga that talk about food. There's a lot of different kind of food that you can find here that you cannot find anywhere else. We felt also this, the life here is people are like respecting each other, not too annoying people and everything. We kind of learned this also in the mangas also.
Did you find the similarity or same thing that you watched or seen in the anime or manga?
In animes, we often see couples going to attraction parks. And
Kind of a date thing.
Yeah.
In mangas, there are like typical things to do in dates.
Date and gondola.
Yeah. And,
Dating and gondola.
yeah.
We went to Tokyo Dome. We saw so many couples. They went there,
Yeah.
and so that was very cute and very nice to see it.
Did you ride the gondola?
Not yet, but I will.
I can see picture there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Could you show what you
Of
buy?
course.
Wow,
A bucket.
so cute. So cute.
I bought a present also for my niece. This is sockets for her. There's a little purse and the bucket also.
Kawaii. Do you have any question to Japanese people?
I have one question. I wanted to know how Japanese feel about the tourists, if they are respecting the culture when they come in, and if they are like in adequation with the country. The first thing we thought about when we come to Japan, it was to see what we can do, what we cannot do, to respect the people that they're welcoming you. So I wanted to know if Japanese people feel like the respect of the tourists that come to Japan.
Yeah, most of them are very respectful and acting like Japanese people.
Okay, thank you. That's our concern when we came.
Could you show me the first picture you took after the airport in Japan?
Okay, the Tokyo.
Nice angle.
Mine is just the view from our hotel.
We show students in the morning going to school. France, we don't have uniform. It's also a thing that we saw a lot in mangas. As the uniforms of the school students.
Do you want to try uniforms?
Yeah. It will be fun.
If I visit France, do very French experience, what should I do or where should I go?
It depends on many things, but I think the first thing to do is Paris. It's going to be Paris because the biggest city in France, and it's very romantic. It's very nice to see. The buildings are old, and this is a very, very nice city.
Want something more typical, you can go in the south of France, in Provence, like Marseille. We come from Marseille, so more typical, and you're near the sea.
The Mediterranean Sea,
and the food is really good.
It's very nice. You got also like little villages.
And people have peculiar accent.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
don't speak the same way as in Paris. So
Oh.
it's interesting to listen to both.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
Germany.
How long have you been in Japan?
She has been here for 2 days,
2 days.
Yes, it's
And
my
I'm
first
here-
time.
and I'm here for my 3rd time.
He recommend to come to Japan.
Yes.
Why did you recommend her to come to Japan?
Because the people are nice,
Mhm.
it's easy to travel with Shinkansen and subways. It's so much to do. Big cities, nice landscape, the sea, the ocean,
Yeah.
mountains, everything.
When did you first come to Japan?
4 years ago.
In 4 years, you come to Japan 3 times.
Yes.
Why do you come to Japan so often?
I'm happy here.
Why did you decide to come to Japan first time?
Actually because of anime.
Oh.
And I came back because of Japan.
Do you watch Japanese anime?
Not really, no.
No. What is your first impression of Japan?
It's a different world,
Yeah.
but I like it, yeah. It's
Alright.
cool, yeah.
Especially what point of Japan do you like?
The friendly people, yeah. So much to see here.
Yeah. Especially where do you want to show her?
We are starting in Tokyo. Then we are going to Onomichi, to the
Onomichi.
Shima Namikato cycle. See Matsuyama, Hiroshima, Kyoto, Osaka, and back to Tokyo.
Professional. In this trip, what are you looking forward to seeing or doing?
Or everything.
Everything.
The food, the culture,
Especially what Japanese food are you interested in?
ramen,
Ramen?
yeah, sushi,
Sushi?
yeah.
Mm.
And the sweets.
What sweets do you want to try?
Oh, I don't know.
We just had a melon pan a few minutes ago.
Melon
Yeah.
pan. Can you buy melon pan in German?
No.
No melon pan in German.
No melon pan.
No.
Oh my god. You said you like anime.
Yes.
Where in Japan you can find a lot of similar scenery of anime?
Actually in Tokyo.
Tokyo?
Yes.
Especially what part of Tokyo?
Skytree as example.
Did you go to Skytree?
Yes, today.
What today? How was it?
Oh, amazing, yeah. I
Wow.
love it.
Is there any skyscraper in Germany?
Yes, but
Yes.
not so high.
No, smaller.
Smaller. Yes.
Yeah. What is the Japanese essence for you?
Taking care about each other in public. Like if it's really crowded, people are looking out for each other. No one is like bumping and things. It's really impressive.
Hearing about his words,
Yes.
what do you feel?
Yes, it's good. It's a good thing, yeah. I like it too.
If we are in bump people in German, what should we do?
Bump back.
Very,
Just say sorry. It's fine.
Germans are not so friendly.
Sometimes.
do you have any question to Japanese people?
Which country they would like to see the most?
It very depends on people. But German is the place Japanese people want to visit because Japanese soccer player in German.
Oh,
So very popular in Japan.
Oh, that's great to hear.
Yeah. Could you show me the first picture you took in Japan after the airport? Yeah. Wow! Why did you take this picture?
I just love Tokyo.
Yeah.
Just a picture of me in the hotel.
Oh, nice hotel.
Yeah, that's why I took the photo.
If I visit Germany and want to experience very German experience, what should I do or where should I visit?
I would visit Hamburg. I'm from Hamburg and it's a really nice city. You have everything German there.
In Denmark, what should I experience?
It's called Miniatur Wunderland, Miniature Wonder World. It's like a huge miniature world of several points in the world. And it's the most visited German attraction.
What do you recommend?
Oh, I don't know because I wasn't in many cities. Maybe Frankfurt, but I don't like it there so much because it's too much city. I like more the village. Maybe Würzburg. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your cooperation. Where are you from?
From Spain.
Is this your first visit to Japan?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Why did you decide to come to Japan this time?
Well, there are so many reasons actually. Culture, food, landscapes.
The theme being from Spain is also very exotic and
Yeah.
very different. And everybody who we know who's been here before really liked it, so we thought of giving it a chance as well.
What did they recommend you to come to Japan?
I think everyone liked the food very much.
Yeah.
That was probably the number one thing. Some of the big cities like Tokyo and Kyoto.
Kyoto especially, yeah. It's very different compared to Spain, so it's kind of a shock.
Yeah.
What is your first impression of Japan?
But everything is very well organized,
Yeah, very clean.
very clean.
Very, very clean. Many people.
Yeah, and people are very nice, very polite. Yeah.
Very good impression overall.
Wow. What are you looking forward to doing or seeing in this trip?
I think discovering the culture, the city, the gastronomy, some of the landscapes. We're also going to rural Japan a little bit, like Koyasan and
Koyasan.
Takoyama.
Takayama.
Takayama, sorry.
Wow. Why did you choose the countryside of Japan?
The big cities of Japan are very unique, but they resemble a bit some of the other bigger cities of the world,
Yeah.
whereas the smaller cities of the countryside, from what we've seen, are more authentic in the sense that they're only in here, only in Japan. So we are going in the hope to see something that we will not be able to see anywhere else.
Did you find any surprising thing in Japan?
So far,
Quite a few, I think.
how clean is everything?
Yeah, everything is very,
Yeah.
very clean,
Oh,
at least
yeah.
compared to where we're from. And the politeness of the people. Everyone is very kind, very polite. I think everything has been a sort of kind surprise. In fact, we have one. So when we landed, we rented a pocket Wi-Fi. When we got to the hotel, the charger of the Wi-Fi didn't work. Okay, it happens. And then I told the company that, and in less than 24 hours, we had another one at the hotel. So that was very effective, and we were very happy. And even in the hotel, when we came to a room, they put a paper on the door saying that we had something on the front desk.
Yeah.
And it's a very, very big hotel, so it's surprising that the treat was so customized. So that was a surprise, how efficient and fast it was.
What kind of Japanese experience do you want to do?
I think we're doing a sake tour in Kyoto.
In Kyoto. We're also staying in a ryokan.
And in Koyasan, we're staying at a Buddhist temple
Oh, really?
with the monks.
Wow. Does Shukubo is popular for tourists?
No, we actually found it by chance. Just you looking in YouTube of ideas for different itineraries. And
It's very small.
Yeah.
The one we stay is only 14 rooms.
So you are very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you show me the first picture you took in Japan after the airport?
I think I can.
Ramen.
Yeah. That's the first one we took.
How was it?
Very good.
Thank you so much. 動画の方楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。少しでも面白いな、また見たいなと思っていただけましたら、チャンネル登録、高評価の方よろしくお願いいたします。英語もインタビューもまだまだ未熟な私ですが、皆様に楽しんでいただけるように勉強していきますので、率直な感想やテーマのご要望などコメント欄にお待ちしております。